Assalamu alaikum. 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Farzana Khan. First, the headlines. At a meeting with Prime Minister in Islamabad today, leading Chinese companies committed to invest $5 billion in Pakistan in next 3 to 5 years. Foreign Minister says Pakistan will continue to play its reconciliatory role in Afghan peace process under collective responsibility. EU ambassador says Pakistan's supports to Europe have increased by 55% after grant of GSP Plus status to the country. Two-day first round of Track 2 dialogue between Pakistan and India began in Islamabad today. In occupied Kashmir, complete shutdown will be observed tomorrow to mark the Kashmir's Martyrs' Day. Turkey has received first parts of Russian S-400 missile defense system. And now the news in detail. Leading Chinese companies have committed to invest $5 billion in Pakistan in next 3 to 5 years. The commitment was expressed at a meeting of a high-level committee delegation over 555 executives and CEOs of the leading Chinese companies with Prime Minister Imran Khan in Islamabad today. The Chinese business executives expressed confidence in the business-friendly policies of the government and committed to invest $5 billion in 5 years in various small and medium-sized industrial sectors of Pakistan. The Prime Minister welcomed the investment plans of the Chinese companies. The visiting delegation represented various sectors including construction, machinery, glass, automobiles, electrical, power, transportation, information technology, and technological research. Welcoming the delegation, the Prime Minister said interest of Chinese companies towards investment and relocating business and industrial units to Pakistan reflects trust of Chinese side in the growing economy of our country and a strong desire to translate Pak-China equation into a win-win economic partnership. While talking about CPEC, the Prime Minister reiterated that the CPEC will prove to be a game changer with respect to enhancing trade activities and furthering cementing Pakistan-China relations. He said fast-track implementation of the CPEC projects is our priority, for which a special unit is overseeing implementation of various projects in the planning division. On the occasion, Chinese Ambassador Yao Jing said Chinese investors have observed fundamental improvement of policies and facilitation of foreign investors. He said Chinese government will extend all possible support towards realizing the vision of a strong, stable and prosperous Naya Pakistan. MNA Faizullah Kamoka called on Prime Minister Imran Khan in Islamabad today. They exchanged views on matters of mutual interest. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says Pakistan will continue to play its reconciliatory role in Afghan peace process under collective responsibility. He was talking to Charge d'Affaires of the U.S. Embassy, Paul Jones, who called on him in Islamabad today. They discussed matters of mutual interest, including the upcoming visit of Prime Minister Imran Khan to the U.S., Pak-US relations, and Afghan peace process. Both sides agreed to continue cooperation on Afghan peace process, fortifying bilateral relations, and achieving shared objectives in the region. Shah Mahmood Qureshi expressed optimism that the U.S. visit of Prime Minister Imran Khan will further strengthen bilateral ties between Pakistan and the United States. Seventh meeting of Advisory Council on Foreign Affairs was held in Islamabad today with Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi in the chair. The meeting discussed issues related to Prime Minister Imran's upcoming visit to the U.S. and important regional and global issues, including the Afghan peace process. The Foreign Minister informed the Advisory Council members about his recent visit to the United Kingdom, Commonwealth meeting, and his meetings with counterparts from other countries. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said Secretary General Commonwealth has welcomed Pakistan's role as an active member of the Commonwealth. Qureshi told the participants that Pakistan is sincerely working for durable peace in Afghanistan. Foreign Minister especially thanked members of the Advisory Council for their unprecedented efforts regarding the multi-dimensional affairs of the Council. An Afghan delegation called an advisor on commerce and textiles, Abdul Razak Dawood, in Islamabad today and discussed matters pertaining to promoting bilateral trade and economic cooperation. Representatives of trade, finance, customs, and power sectors were included in the Afghan delegation. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. European Union Ambassador to Pakistan Jean-François Courtien says Pakistan's exports to Europe have increased 55% after grant of GSP Plus status to the country. Talking to representatives of Council of Pakistan newspaper editors at National Press Club in Islamabad today, he said GSP Plus is a great opportunity for Pakistan to enhance its exports, especially in the areas of textiles, surgical equipment, leather, and sports goods. He said the EU is focusing on improvement of education, vocational training, women development, and governance in Pakistan. The ambassador said the EU's new engagement plan for Pakistan is moving ahead to the strategic and security level. He said this plan will further improve military-to-military relations between the EU and Pakistan. A two-day first round of Track 2 dialogue between Pakistan and India began in Islamabad today. Delegations from Pakistan and India are participating in the dialogue, which has been convened by Islamabad-based Regional Peace Institute. In the first round, working sessions are being held to review relations between the two countries. According to Director RPI Rauf Hassan, the principal purpose of the initiative is to encourage the youth of the two countries to take charge to move forward. The second round of Track 2 dialogue will take place in New Delhi in September this year. In occupied Kashmir, complete shutdown will be observed tomorrow to mark the Kashmir Martyrs' Day. Call for the shutdown has been given by the Joint Resistance Leadership to reiterate the urgent need for a peaceful and just resolution of the Kashmir dispute and to put an end to the repression against Kashmiri people. It was on 13th of July 1931 when the troops of Dogra Maharaja had killed 22 Kashmiris, one after the other, outside Central Jail in Srinagar during the court proceedings against a Kashmiri, Abdul Qadir, who had asked people to defy the Dogra rule. In occupied Kashmir, Indian authorities imposed restrictions in Nauhata area of Srinagar today on the second martyrdom anniversary of youth Sajjad Ahmad Gilkar. According to Kashmir Media Service, the authorities made heavy deployment of Indian troops and police personnel in the area to prevent people from visiting the residence of the martyred youth and paying tributes to him. Meanwhile, Indian police arrested 7 youth in Islamabad and Baramulla districts. Turkey has received first parts of a Russian S-400 missile defense system. According to Turkish Defense Ministry, the first shipment arrived in an Airbus in capital Ankara, and delivery of parts of the missile system will continue. After warning that Turkey cannot have both Russian S-400 and US F-35, the US has halted deliveries of its first F-35 aircrafts to Turkey and suspended training of Turkish pilots. In Afghanistan, 5 persons were killed and more than 40 others injured in a suicide bomb blast at a wedding ceremony in Nangarhar province today. According to provincial governor spokesman, the blast occurred this morning when the guests were gathering for the ceremony. And now cricket. The final of the ICC World Cup will be played between England and New Zealand at Lord's on Sunday. The match will start at 2:30 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. FM 101 channel of Radio Pakistan will air live updates of the match during its transmission. And finally, the weather report. Dust, thundershowers and rain with few heavy falls accompanied by gusty winds is expected at scattered places in Mardan, Hazara, Kohat, Peshawar, DI Khan, Bannu, Rawalpindi, Gujranwala, Sargodha and Lahore divisions, Islamabad and Kashmir, while at isolated places in Malakand division during the next 24 hours. Hot and humid weather is expected elsewhere in the country. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.